So Jamie, tell everyone, what do you think is the best trending styles for prom this year?
So honestly, I think braids are still super popular right now, and today we're going to do something on her that's not just a traditional braid. We're going to add something a little special to it that makes it just that extra little level up. So braids are really popular right now, and instead of like that traditional, you know, what you think of as like prom hair from like 2002,
yes.
It's like crunchy curls and stuff like that, we're going to do something obviously a little bit more messy, a little bit more kind of boho chic style on her today. So
perfect. So as you can see, my hair is, I haven't done anything to it. Jamie asked me to wash my hair and keep it super clean before I come in. Explain why, Jamie.
Well, there's like this myth going out there right now that you have to come in with dirty hair, and there's a difference between dirty hair and greasy hair. So I always recommend that my clients come in with clean hair, and I'll dirty it up with my products and give it that kind of texture and grit. So I recommend that she came in with clean hair, and if you have naturally curly hair or anything like that, I definitely recommend washing it the night before and then just kind of blow drying it a little bit smoother for your stylist. Don't come in with naturally curly hair, but definitely don't flat iron your hair. When you flat iron your hair, that's what kind of makes it that stick straight and it doesn't want to recurl. So just kind of blow it out, and even with girls that have kind of a little bit of wave or curl right around the face, blowing it out kind of just smooths it for them, and it gets us perfect for the style.
I love your creativity. You guys, she does some amazing, amazing styles. You have to check her out on Instagram. What's your Instagram tag?
It's Jamie Dana Hairstylist.
You guys look her up, and I'm super excited. I actually have never had like an actual hairstyle done. I usually just always do my own hair, so this will be fun for me too. Cool. So awesome. Looking forward.
Pictures are a great way for me to figure out what style you want, and try to get pictures of the front and of a back style. A lot of girls will bring me photos of like just the back or the side of a style, and then they don't really know what they want in the front. And obviously I can kind of play with it and customize it for my client, but if you can find a photo of something that you like in the front and the back is even better.
Great.
All right. So I'm going to curl her hair to begin with. We're just going to start curling her hair and just to get kind of a style in there before we start doing braids or any kind of pinning or anything like that. So I'm just going to curl her hair with like a 1-inch curling iron just to kind of smooth it out and just to get some kind of style going on. So today we're doing just kind of some pretty perfect curls on her right now, but we're going to mess them up a little bit so they're not too perfect. Like I said, we're doing kind of a looser style, a little bit more boho, kind of messier. Okay, cool. So I'm done curling her hair, and what we're going to do is we're going to kind of mess it up a little bit. Like I said, we don't want it perfect. We want kind of that looser look.
Well, I can tell you that I have curled my hair a million times, and I can never make it look like this.
Okay, so with her braid, what I'm doing, I just braided a small little section underneath, and I just put a little hair tie here. And what I'm doing is it's called pancaking out the braid or pulling out the braid. So I'm starting from the bottom, and I'm just kind of pulling up little pieces, and it's going to make this braid go from really blah and boring and little girl to really cool. I'm just going to go around her head and kind of just pick up small sections from underneath and do the same thing. So this one I'm going to do a fishtail braid on just because it adds something a little bit different. If you don't know how to do a fishtail braid, they're super easy, but you can go on YouTube. There's tons of tutorials out there to look up, but fishtail braids are really great. They take a little bit more time, but they're really fun and they add so much texture. And once we're done with this one, we'll pull it out as well. Okay, so I'm done with like most of my fishtail braid, and like I said, I'm going to leave a little bit of tail out there, and I'm just going to kind of tie this off with an elastic. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it right here, and then I'm just going to slowly like pull these pieces out. You can see how much that already adds to it. Look at that.
Wow. That's how they do it.
So I'm just kind of pulling. Again, we're not going for perfect pretty. We're going for messy and kind of fun. Okay, so what I did with her is I ended up putting braids, like 4 braids all throughout, just kind of underneath. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and kind of put some braids to the top. But these are just kind of braids that are just kind of under here, just to kind of give that more loose feel. So I did like 2 just regular braids, and then I did 2 fishtail braids. Again, they were all pulled out. So let's see here. So let's undo this top section. And I'm going to leave a little hair out around her face so we can kind of play with that a little bit later. I don't want to just take it all away so it doesn't look like too perfect right around her face, okay? So I'm going to take a little section and I'm just going to fishtail braid this back. But the cool thing about with the curls is it gives it texture, so it doesn't have to be like totally perfect, which is great. You can tell I kind of just pick pieces up from above so you can still see these braids under here. It kind of looks like a fishtail, but it kind of looks a little unperfect, so that's kind of what we're going for. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through and kind of hairspray it a little bit. I chose a really light hold hairspray. This one's called the Bumble and Bumble Classic. It's just the regular hairspray that I wax. So it's not too heavy or anything. Again, we don't want it to like be slicked down and perfect. So it's just going to kind of secure it a little bit. It smells really good, by the way. Yummy.
It's one of my favorite hairsprays.
So spray her bangs because it tends to get really sweaty on the dance floor. So, you know, make sure the bangs are nice and good to go. And then just kind of spray the curls a little bit. Turn her for you guys.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so I'm just doing the finishing touches. I'm just kind of brushing out a little bit of her ends so they don't get too stringy or anything like that. But I love how this turned out. It's so cute. So you can see all the different kind of braids in there. Super boho, super cute. Something that's totally different than what I feel like everyone else is doing.
And I can wake up the next day and leave it in and it's totally fine.
There you go. There you go.
I love it. It's so pretty,
Super
guys.
cute.
Love it.